everybody. Merry Christmas and welcome to the Hallmarkies podcast. And we are really excited today for our second year to be talking with Crissie Miller from UPtv. This is every year we've done the podcast. We've had a chance to talk to somebody from UPtv about their slate. So much fun. And Crissie, thank you so much for coming back on.
Oh, thank you for having me. This is so much fun. I love talking about Christmas, so I'm excited.
I feel like we're all just kind of exhausted and we need Christmas movies this year, right?
Yes, as Auntie Mame would say, we need a little Christmas.
Yes. But how has your 2021 been? We talked to you, of course, 2020, when we're all dealing with, the pandemic. And I mean, we still are dealing with it, but, even more then. But how has your 2021 been?
2021, it's been an interesting year, like for everybody else. The great thing about TV is that everybody's still watching it, which is great. We've really leaned into the premiere movies this year. We've had some great romances on the schedule all year long, and we're excited to continue that into 2022. So, our old favorites continue to be our favorites: Reba, Gilmore Girls, Little House on the Prairie, just those staples of our schedule that the fans just keep coming back to watch because they're just, and I think to your point, they're comforting. Like, what you're going to get, and you just need a little bit of like comfort food. So that's what I love about our schedule, is it feels very comforting and happy.
No, it's true. Sometimes you just want to know what you're sitting down to watch and just relax. I kind of felt that when I was covering TIFF, the Toronto International Film Festival, and I was watching like 4 or 5 really artistic, really, heavy movies. And that day, and then I was so grateful to watch just a light rom-com in the evening. It was just like I know technically, I know technically it's not as well made a movie or maybe as important or whatever, but like, if you were to ask me which one I enjoyed more, I enjoyed the rom-com more.
Listen, sometimes you just need to exhale, and sometimes watching Bridget Jones's Diary for the 18th time is what you need to do. So, do that. Yeah. And that's what I love. Like those romances, you're like, I know there's going to be a happily ever after. I know the guy's going to get the girl. That's what I want. Please do not surprise me.
Yeah, exactly.
Important.
Yeah.
So more surprises.
Yes. So what has been kind of your sort of thought process in picking your movies this year, as far as the Christmas slate? Has there been any kind of theme that you've been going after, or anything you've been trying to do maybe different than you've done in years past?
A little bit. We, on Up, we've always really loved a diverse movie, and we've always loved diverse casting, and in a way that feels organic to the movie, not just, you're throwing in things for the sake, throwing in casting for the sake of throwing it in, but something that feels really, really, organic and special. So we're always looking for that, and we're looking for a different way to tell a story. We know that, you're going to get a great Christmas movie on Hallmark. You're going to get a great Christmas movie on Lifetime. But we're hoping that people come to us because we tell it in just maybe a slightly different way. And maybe there's a little bit, something special that they didn't expect. And for the schedule this year, it really started to come together as we were acquiring. We started to see these themes. So we've scheduled the themes for the weekend. So the first weekend is, Royal Christmas weekend. You get your prince, you get your, princess. It's perfect. And then the second weekend is snowed in. You get forced proximity, you get snow, you get, handsome flannel wearing man. The third weekend is our big city Christmas weekend, where both the premiere movies take place in a larger city. And then we go into our small town Christmas weekend the next weekend, which leads into not only 2 Christmas movies set in small towns, but premiere of our first original Christmas series, Small Town Christmas. And then our last weekend is Saving Christmas weekend, because somebody's got to save Christmas somewhere. And they both those movies focus on our heroine trying to save a family business. So it really started to come together like that. And I loved being able to theme out the weekends like
Mhm.
that, because I think there's a little something special in there.
Yeah, I love that too.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's talk a little bit about this small town Christmas show. So this is
Sure.
like a travel show kind of?
It is a little bit of a travel log, and what you're going to find each episode is our host Megan Alexander, who people are going to know, you know, from oh goodness, I'm going to say it wrong. She's been in Inside Edition. You know, she's been around. She has a great social following, especially for our audience. So they'll love her. And she's so energetic. So she's going to all these different small towns around America and experiencing how they do Christmas. So, and it's, you know, she's going to talk to locals. She's going to taste something special to the region, to the city. Like if they have a special Christmas treat that they really tout. And the towns that she's chosen are really fun. Branson, Missouri is the first one. And you don't automatically think of Branson, Missouri as being a place unless you know they're like the Broadway of the Midwest. They do so much show, or like Gatlinburg. They do so many shows out in Branson. So I'm excited to see that. There's no way they don't do Christmas right. Bethlehem, Pennsylvania is an episode. And I mean, why wouldn't Bethlehem, Pennsylvania put on a great Christmas? It's right there in the name. The one I'm really excited about is Natchitoches, Louisiana. Not only because it's in the South, but because if you are a Steel Magnolias fan, and why wouldn't you be? That is where they did the Christmas festival, in that scene where she goes to Christmas.
Ah.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
right? So I'm excited to see the actual like Christmas festival in Natchitoches. And then the last one is Summerville, South Carolina, which is a small town in South Carolina, and our hostess is very excited about that town and what they can bring to the Christmas.
So was this filmed last year?
No,
I was gonna say, how was that in quarantine and everything?
Oh, we're shooting it right now.
Oh, right now. Okay.
Yeah. She's it's gonna be a real fun one, because it's almost gonna be real time. They're shooting, they're delivering to us, we're building the show and
Wow.
bringing it to you starting December 5th. So it's a quick turn, but exciting, because we get to bring you, it's almost like you get to see Christmas as people are celebrating it this year. Like, how are they experiencing Christmas in 2021? Which
Oh, that's
it's a real
great.
nice, yeah. It's special. We're excited about it. And I think that's another thing that makes us really stand out this year and offer something special.
Yeah, I don't think anybody else is doing anything like this. And I do recognize Megan Alexander. She looks really
Yes.
cute.
Oh, I know. She's so cute. She's so adorable. In our sizzle reel, she's interviewing Santa and talking to a bunch of kids. I mean, just like adorableness all over the place. Everything you want in a Christmas show, I think.
I'd like to take a second and thank our sponsor for this episode of the podcast. It is the good folks over at Up Faith and Family. Right now, you can stream not only seasons 1 through 13 of Heartland on Up Faith and Family, but also every episode of season 14. Season 14 is only available right now in the US on Up Faith and Family. So check out this great streaming service that you can get. Visit upfaithandfamily.com for lots of great programming and to sign up for a free 2-week trial. That's upfaithandfamily.com. All right. Well, let's dive into these movies and hopefully you can tell us a little bit more about them and what we can be expecting. So the first new movie is on the 7th of November, and it's Christmas with the Prince, the Royal Baby.
Yes.
And this is, of course, the third movie in this franchise, Christmas with the Prince. And you've got all your leads coming back, Caitlin Lee, Nick Hounslow, Josh Dean, Charles Shaughnessy, who as a big lover of the nanny, I'm always a fan to see, excited to see him.
Me too.
But tell us a little bit about this third entry.
This one's really fun. I loved having the bow on the Christmas with the Prince trilogy franchise, and in this, our Dr. Tasha is she's pregnant, and they're about to start a royal tour. You know, they don't want her to go because she's pregnant, but she's like, no, I need to go. There's a fun little dressing a princess montage, which I always love, a wardrobe montage in a movie.
Yeah.
So you can, Right. So you get to see like her trying to dress her pregnant belly, and it's real cute. And they come to America to do a royal tour, and she becomes like the people's princess. She's like real down to earth. Everybody loves her. But their last stop is her old hospital where her brother still works, played by Josh Dean. And they're going to make it their last stop on the tour to open up the new children's ward, and she gets put on bed rest. The twist comes is that for her babies to be a royal heir, they have to be born on the soil of the country. So they have to figure out how that works. And this is actually based on a real thing that happened in Canada. So it was super fascinating the way they figure out the end. It's really cute. It's really sweet. And written by Josh Dean and his wife, Selena. And they actually found out while they were writing it that they're having twins.
Oh, cute.
I know, it's super sweet. So, but it's really cute. It's funny and it's charming and it's sweet, and there are babies, and there's a fun little ending to it. I liked it a lot.
Very cool. Yeah, I've enjoyed the other two. So did Josh write the other ones?
He didn't.
Okay, so he's coming in.
He's coming in. I like it. And he did some improv in Atlanta. So he's got like comedy chops. He's got a little bit of a writer's background. He did a good job. It was a script. When I read it, I was like, I'm actually laughing out loud here,
Mm-hmm.
which is good.
That's really cool. Good,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
All right. So then we have on the 13th, we have A Snowy Christmas.
Yes.
And this is got Lisa Rotaro and Damon Runyon. And I'm really excited for Alicia because she was on our podcast a while back and I loved her. I thought she was really fun. So I'm excited to see her get the lead.
Yeah, she's so cute and she pulls this off. This one's really fun because she returns home to this lodge that her family owns, and it's a little bit run down. And she, she's single, it's Christmas. She and her sister decide to build a snowman, and they build a snowman. They're talking about their dad and about how he was the perfect man while they're building the snowman. And then a day later, like a contractor shows up has all the elements that they were talking about, their perfect man. He's even wearing like a similar hat. So she's like,
oh my gosh,
did I make the snowman come to life?
That's hilarious.
It's really, it's super cute. It's super cute. And and she's so charming, and it looks so snowy and Christmassy, and I liked it. And again, like I love a forced proximity trope myself. So
yeah. Yeah, it sounds a little bit like Snowman's, which was on I don't know if you saw that a couple of years ago. I loved Snowman's.
It's just a cute way to play with the idea. It's fun. I like it.
Good name too, Forrest Newell. That sounds like a it's very good.
It sounds like a bearded mountain man.
Yeah, it does. That's right.
Forrest
Be like hanging out with Paul Bunyan.
He looks good in plaid too.
Yeah.
Like
I'll look forward to seeing Damon Runyon.
Yeah,
as Forrest Newell. That'll be good because he's in One Starry Night, which he plays a cowboy basically in that, and he's great in that. And he's played a lot of villains lately, so I'm excited to see him back in the lead role.
Yeah. Oh, total nice guy. Like, I'm here to help out your family, and of course, there's a third act twist, but we'll get there.
Yeah. Oh, good. Okay, then on Sunday the 14th, we have Snowed In for Christmas.
Yes.
And this stars Kayla Wallace and Jeremy Gilbot. We love both of them.
One Calls the Heart, right?
Yeah, One Calls the Heart. I think that they're going to have really nice chemistry. I am looking forward to it. Jeremy doesn't get to be the lead that often. And a lot of times he's the wrong guy, the bad guy.
Yeah, he kind of gives that vibe off, that kind of like, and that's how he starts, but he plays it off well. He comes out nice in the end.
Oh, good. Yeah. Like in Christmas, the Christmas Waltz last year, he was, we hated him.
Well, you'll love him in this.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're gonna get him in.
I really like him in Destination Wedding, and so he can do the leading man. So I'm excited to see him get the opportunity. I think he'll have good chemistry with Kayla.
He does. He does. It's they're both really great on screen together. She's a nanny of or an au pair of a couple of kids. Their parents go on a last minute trip. They're supposed to be back by Christmas, but they get their plane gets canceled, their flight gets canceled. So her brother is coming, the mom's brother is coming, to played by Jeremy, is coming to help watch the kids, and she sticks around to help him. So they're there with the kids trying to make Christmas fun, even though their parents are gone, and slowly romance ensues.
That sounds really cute.
But their meet cute is really fun at the beginning when they're both reaching for the same gift and a little bit of an argument. It's real cute. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like it. And I do like their chemistry. They're great on camera together.
Oh, I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
All right. So then we also have on the 20th, we have Mistletoe and Molly. Great name. Great title. By the way. And this is Eden Broda and Zach Smadu.
Mm-hmm. That's right. So Jack Smadu, you might know from Family Law. He's on that show with oh gosh, what's his name from Titanic? And it's escaping me right now. Cut that out. Anyway, he's on Family Law, and Eden is a little bit of a newcomer, but both Canadian. This one's really sweet as well. She is like working in a diner.
Oh, Victor Garber.
Victor Garber. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, he is on Family Law with Victor Garber, so you would recognize him, and he's done a bunch of TV, bunch of made for stuff. But she works in a diner. You find out that her father owns this big firm, and he's trying to get her to work. She wants to make her own way, so she's trying to get into a marketing firm. He's kind of a entrepreneur do-gooder, and he keeps trying to fix her, and like it kind of rubs her the wrong way a couple of times. But they're both super attracted to each other, and find a way to work together in the end. The really great thing about this one that I love is that he has a deaf and hard of hearing nephew, and he's helping out their school. And I don't think that that's a plot line you get a lot in these kinds of movies. So I love that they're drawing attention to something else, something at like schools that really cater to deaf and hard of hearing. So that I feel like that's a special little plot point. And he's a very nice, like do-gooder, and he really wants to help. And she kind of
right. Yeah.
feathers.
That sounds cute. Definitely.
It is cute. It's real cute. Yeah.
And you always like to see a handsome cafe regular and do-gooder in one of these.
I do.
Yeah, I think so.
It's funny, like she like makes his dinner or his lunch before he comes in every day, and her coworkers always like, exactly what he orders, like you're into him. She's like, what? No, it's turkey on wheat. What? No. So yeah, I like it.
All right, then we got Christmas on Fifth Avenue.
Yes.
And this is Catherine Davis, Olivier Renaud, and Kate Vernon.
Yeah, so this one I love Christmas on Fifth Avenue. It's a great diversity in the cast. Catherine Davis it is so charming, and I haven't seen her in a lot of things, but she is so just darn adorable. So she runs like a kind of like a wish granting service where people like, I need this for a coworker, I need this for a friend, and she grants the wishes, or grants the favor or the errand. And she gets really busy around Christmas time. And her favorite client, played by Kate Vernon, who doesn't love Kate Vernon, by the way? I'm like, she's Benny from Pretty in Pink. I love to see her play nice girls after being so mean. But her favorite client, played by Kate Vernon, has her. She's like, my son is a writer. He's in Vermont. I want you to go to his condo on Fifth Avenue, stay there, decorate it, make it look as Christmassy as possible, and to surprise him when he comes back on Christmas Day. So she goes, like, rents out sublets her apartment, goes to his place to stay on Fifth Avenue to decorate, and turns out he's not in Vermont. He's hiding out in his beautiful condo on Fifth Avenue. So again, some forced proximity. He agrees to let her stay, and she slowly chips away at his icy exterior, his Christmas hating exterior, and through her like charming magical Christmas exploits.
See, I mean, this is pretty incredible to have two city movies that aren't about people that aren't like Miracle on 42nd Street kind of
yeah,
clones, because that's typically
yes.
I joke that you can't be in a Hallmark Christmas movie in the city unless you are running a parade or a window designer. But your movies are proving me wrong.
I know. Hey, we love to be different. That is one of the things I loved about these two, and especially Christmas on Fifth Avenue. She like, there's a great one where she's trying to build a gingerbread house for a blog and it goes horribly. And I'm like, that's real.
Yeah.
Anybody who's ever tried to really put together a gingerbread house, it's not cute.
No.
I was
That's
like,
accurate. That is true.
how do things stay together? I don't know.
No.
I ended up with like, I was icing. My daughter was like, I can't even make it stand up. I was like, I got nothing. I can't. So
I think you have to get one of those kits unless you're like a professional. I don't know how even the professionals do it.
Honestly, I think you have to hot glue the sides together because the icing does not cement anything together.
Yeah. Because it's hard because the pieces, they puff out differently.
Yes.
And so, yeah, and I agree.
Yeah.
That is so true. That is very funny.
I love it. Yeah. So that's a fun little part. And I felt really real to me, but he helps her. Grant, somebody's going to propose. One of her clients is going to propose and he helps her figure out the best way to like make that happen. So they slowly work together and they're also very charming together, lots of good chemistry. And it's, and then she also does something really sweet by pulling together all the people who are misplaced at Christmas and don't have a family by giving them like a big Christmas Day celebration. So
yeah, I think that Catherine Davis and Olivia Renaud, they're certainly a very attractive couple, that's for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very nice to look at. Very pretty. He is handsome.
Yes. All right. Well, so then the next week we have the Gilmore the Merrier marathon.
Yes.
So why don't you talk a little bit about what is so special about Gilmore Girls and why you think it's had such a legacy?
Oh gosh. Oh, I could go all day about
I know
Gilmore
we could
Girls.
do a whole episode on that.
We could do a whole episode on Gilmore Girls. So, you know, Gilmore Girls is one of those shows that it's timeless. And even with all the pop culture referencing in it, I think that's kind of what helps make it timeless is that Lorelai is not stuck in only 2001 or 2002. Like she's timeless and Rory's timeless and the relationships, the hardships between raising a daughter and having a mother who's like always in your business, people really respond to that. People know what that's like and people, I think, love to see it come to life. And it's just so funny and irreverent and well written. And I just don't think you can get better. And the cast is so darn good. So I think people just keep coming back to it because those themes are ever present. And then, you know, Roy's whole college thing, everybody can relate to having a boy you like and then a boy that catches your eye while you're dating another one.
Well, and I always say, you know, you're a grown up when you realize that Kelly Bishop is her character, Emily Gilmore, is the best character of the show.
Oh yeah, like you're a full-fledged adult when you're like, oh, Emily's the best.
Yeah, she's the best one.
She is the best. I love her so much, and as much as I love Lorelai, like now I'm like, oh no, Emily, we're
no, because Lorelai is like unreasonable at certain times when you're just really like her immaturity shows a lot.
Yes, and she lashes out for no reason sometimes. I'm like, your mom's just trying to help you.
Yeah,
take it down a notch there. Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
So you're gonna have Lainey and Zach. They're the actors who play them, of course. You're gonna have them doing the intros and everything. That's fun.
So Keiko and Todd Lowe are both doing the packaging around it. And I got when we were trying to figure out which cast we wanted to reach out to for this, we had some other ideas. But Keiko has done some stuff for us before. She did a Mother's Day with Mrs. Kim. She did a Mother's Day marathon for us earlier this year, and we loved working with her so much. And we went back out to her, and the idea there was to see if Todd Lowe would come on and be Zach for us. And when he said yes, I got super excited. I'm a big Zach fan. I think Zach's great. I'm a big Todd Lowe fan. I think he's so himself. Like, he's just so different. He just offers you something a little goofy, but in a perfectly adorable way. So we were really excited to get them. And she posted on her Instagram the week we went out to shoot the packaging, and it's so pretty. They look great. The town is all decorated for Christmas. It looks so Christmassy and wonderful. And I'm really excited to see how that all comes together.
Oh, that'll be fun.
And we're doing like special pop-up editions of the Year in the Life movies.
Yeah. Did you do those before, or is this the first year?
This is the first year. So they premiered last year, which was exciting for us. But this year, we're just doing special pop-up editions with little factoids and special little,
yeah, that'll be good. That'll be good. Yeah, I just wish I didn't have like 5 million Christmas movies to watch, or I might be all right.
So your DVR is your friend.
Yeah, that's true.
During the Christmas season. How else would we do it? And we all air them about a bazillion times.
We'd like to take a second and thank our sponsor for this episode of the podcast. It's the Hallmarkies merch store.
Are you looking for that perfect gift for the postable, Hardy, or Hallmarky in your life?
What about getting that t-shirt or hoodie that will help you stand out at your next holiday party?
Now is the time to check out the Hallmarkies merch store.
Full of festive designs by artists like Jessica Miller, Carrie from Hallmark Comics, and more.
You can even have more than just shirts, but totes, cell phone cases, notebooks, mugs, and more.
And it isn't just Hallmark. We have designs for Anna Green Gables, Man from Snowy River, The Nanny, and more.
Every purchase at the merch store goes to help support the podcast and allows us to make the great content you know and love.
There are frequent sales, so go to tpublic.com/stores/Hallmarkies or see the link in the description.
That's tpublic.com/stores/Hallmarkies.
Well, on the 4th of December, you have Christmas Under the Stars.
Yes, actually, it's Christmas Beneath the Stars, and that was my problem. That was not your snafu. That was mine. It's Christmas Beneath the Stars. Yes,
I was going to say, I have your schedule from you.
I know. Totally my fault. Totally my bad. Christmas Beneath the Stars. Yeah.
Yeah, and this stars Madeline Foley, Steve Belford, Jane Lewis, Vanessa Smythe, Bill Lake, Kim McKenzie. So big cast. Tell us a little about it.
Yeah, this one, so she is kind of a Christmas blogger, but she wants to be a nature photographer, and her idol is really connected to the Northern Lights. So she gets this job to go out to Alaska to a Christmas town and sort of showcase the Christmas town. And she's like, oh, while I'm there, I can shoot the Northern Lights, really get on some radars, really do what my passion is. When she gets there, it's completely run down. Like nobody's like, there's not much Christmas. There's a crotchety old elf. There's like, I mean, he's a young, but he's real crotchety, grumpy elf. And so she's like, this is not great. How am I going to make this place look Christmassy enough? When she gets there, the heir apparent of the Christmas town is also returning from a stint in the military. So she and he like join forces. He's like, I'll show you the best spots to shoot the Aurora Borealis if you'll help me revamp my town, because her aunt turns out to be like an amazing decorator. So they join forces to help each other save the town and also get her dream of shooting the Aurora. And he is so adorable. He's so cute. He's got this dimpled smile. Like, he's just so cute. I was watching the rough cut and I was like, he's a charmer. I'm done.
Oh man, that must be so fun to get to watch the dailies and the rough cuts and stuff like that.
It's not a bad job. I'm gonna be honest with you. But yeah, I really love how this one's coming together, and it looks beautiful and Christmassy. And of course, at the end of the day, Christmas is saved.
And we do kind of also have a running joke on the podcast of the that these movies love photographers.
Oh
There are
man,
so many.
it's
And
such
they're
a
never just like an ordinary wedding photographer, almost never, or like shooting
No.
photos at Sears or something like that.
Yeah.
No, they're always
super specialized, like nature photographer.
nature photographers.
There's none of those in the world. Like, yes, it is always like a specialized thing. Always. You're not wrong. Love a photographer.
It's like if they want to make somebody creative, they make them. I should have one of these days have like an actual nature photographer come on and recap one of these movies.
That would be fantastic. Or like they're a baker.
You're right.
Everybody can make cupcakes.
Yeah, this Madeline Foley. Is she new?
She's relatively new. Yeah, she's not been seen a lot. Canadian actress, but she's real cute. She's I think you'll like her. She's got a lot going for her. I think this will be a great outing for her. Yeah.
Yeah,
and
it'll be fun. It's always nice to see new faces.
It is. It gives something different. And Steve Belford was on Degrassi.
Oh, okay.
Degrassi fan. And he had an episode of The Good Witch in there somewhere. So
if Alonzo Duralde is listening, he will be very excited to hear that. Okay, then we have A Furry Little Christmas on the 5th.
Yes. Yeah, this one, she is a veterinarian and she returns to her small hometown to help her dad on his farm. It's in Vermont, and she meets like the local doctor there. He is very handsome. And Jonathan Stoddard, if you're Young and the Restless fan, Jonathan Stoddard is your man. And he helps her put on a Christmas. So it's, animals. Like, I think the animal thing is going to draw a lot of people in. I hope it's coming together really, really nicely.
Oh, and Jonathan Stoddard. I never heard of him, but
yeah.
He's going to be fun to watch. That'll be great.
Yeah, and is kind of like a cranky doctor in the beginning. Yeah.
Oh, good. It'll be kind of like what was I just thinking? Not bringing Baby Boom. Have you ever seen Baby Boom?
Yes.
Sam Shepard in that.
Yes, Sam Shepard he's the veterinarian and she passes out.
I love that
movie. I love Baby Boom so much. It's a good one.
All right. So then we have on the 11th, we have Christmas in the Rockies.
Yeah, with everybody's Christmas boyfriend.
Oh, yes. Steven Suzar, my favorite. He is so great.
Yes.
And he's like the king of Christmas this year. He's in so many movies.
Yes. He's everybody's Christmas boyfriend. He is.
That's true.
That's what he is.
Well, good. He's such a nice guy. He's so handsome. So this one should be fun. Christmas in the Rockies. What's it about?
So Kimberly Sue Murray plays a girl. She's actually an ecologist whose dad owns like a lumber mill. So she was like, she always told him, for every tree you cut down, you have to plant another one. So, but she's going to her dream job in New York, which is kind of counterintuitive for someone who likes the outdoors, but it's what it is. But she's going to her dream job and her dad gets hurt. So she stays behind to help him heal. Stephen Huzar plays the EMT who's first on the scene and helps him. And then they strike up a friendship with her, like showing him the town and the Rockies while he's helping her dad. There's a lot of hiking. There's a lot of snow. There's a lot of Stephen Huzar being real cute, being scared by things rustling in trees. But
you gotta love a good lumberjack competition. I mean, come on.
Lumberjack competition, exactly. So she has to save the family business. And she's going to do that by entering the lumberjack competition, which he is also entering. So she gets some good Rocky training montages of her, like doing the ropes and jumping up on benches and running and like training for this lumberjack competition, which is super cute. But in the process, they fall in love.
Yeah, that sounds great. I love it.
Yeah, and also the lumberjack competition is so fun and different. I like it.
It's a good idea. It's a good idea. We like a good, that it's probably not the most healthy way to like get out your rage, your anger in wood chopping, but it's frequent in these movies.
It really is. And also there is a shot of Stephen Huszar throwing an axe. So
I'll have to tell Caroline. She is our co-host that loves that the most. All right. So then we have Fixing Up Christmas on the 12th.
Yeah.
And this stars Natalie Dreyfus and Marshall Williams.
Mm-hmm. And he's in When Hope Calls. If anybody has that show. He's also did a stint on Glee. I think the later seasons of Glee, though. But he's adorable. And she's been all over the place. She's in The Flash and the originals and done a bunch of made-for-TV movies. He's like the newest CEO at a company, and he's trying to downplay the annual big Christmas party. And she's hired as a fixer. She works for a party planner. She's kind of the fixer who comes in and helps fix everybody's like broke down Christmas parties. So she helps him fix this big event that has to impress the mayor, so he'll invest in the company. So we're saving a family-owned business again in this one, which is why these two pair so well. But over the course of decorating and helping each other and coming up with plans, they fall in love.
That sounds really cute.
But their chemistry is also very, very good. And she kind of does this sweet, goofy adorableness as well that I like.
That sounds really, really cute. Wow. I'm excited for the Up movies for sure. It's going to be a lot of fun. Congrats on getting here, and they're almost finished getting made. And
I mean, now we can start thinking about 2022 Christmas.
Yeah.
Never stops.
Yeah. Well, that's great. We're excited to watch all these Christmas movies. And do you have like your social media or anything like that you want to share?
Yeah, if you go to UPtv.com, follow us on Instagram, and we also have a My UPtv Movies app. So if you download the app, you can set reminders for yourself for all your favorite movies. It'll tell you what's up, what's coming as a premiere, and it'll send you push notifications if you like, saying like, hey, you don't want to miss A Snowy Christmas is coming up this Sunday or coming up next. And then I'll give you a little reminder. It's a great little app.
Good. Great. Yeah, we'll have links for all that in the description. You want to check that out. And you can also follow us at Hallmarkies Pod and Hallmarkies Podcast, all over social media. And if you're listening on iTunes, please leave your ratings and reviews. We really appreciate that. And if you're watching on YouTube, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate that so much. We also have our merch store and our patron group. Take a look at all of that information. And you can find me at Rachel's Reviews, all over social media, iTunes, YouTube, and on Rotten Tomatoes. So please take a look at that. And thanks so much, Crissie. This was a blast. Really appreciate it. Look forward to next year. And we got lots of fun Christmas movies coming.
Absolutely.
Bye, everyone. Merry Christmas.
Bye. Merry Christmas.